This is the story of Chinwe, a woman whose kindness was tested by a curse as old as time itself. Beside her stands Nkem, a man driven by love and desperation, willing to face the darkest of evils to save the one he cherishes most. And in the shadows lurks Mama Ezinne, whose wickedness threatens to unravel the very fabric of their lives. As the drums of the village echo in the distance and the winds carry whispers of forgotten ancestors, we journey into a world where the unseen and the unknown walk hand in hand. Brace yourself for a tale that will stir your soul and remind you that, in the end, it is the heart that must conquer the shadows. In the heart of eastern Nigeria, nestled within a dense forest, lay a small village where traditions run deep and the whispers of the ancestors guided the lives of the people. In this village lived Nkem and Chinwe, a young couple whose love was once the envy of all. Nkem was a farmer, strong and hardworking, while Chinwe was known for her beauty and gentle spirit. However, despite their love and devotion to one another, there was a shadow that loomed over their marriage. Chinwe was barren. For years, Chinwe had tried every traditional remedy known to her, visiting healers, offering sacrifices, and even seeking the blessings of the village elders. But her womb remained silent, and the absence of a child began to weigh heavily on her heart. In the village, a woman's worth was often measured by the children she bore, and Chinwe felt the sting of the villagers' whispers as they passed her by. Nkem, though loving and supportive, was caught in the middle. His mother, Mama Ezinne, was a stern and formidable woman. She had always believed that Chinwe was not a good match for her son and that her barrenness was a sign of her inadequacy. Despite Nkem's pleas for patience, Mama Ezinne's resentment towards Chinwe grew, fanned by the flames of jealousy and bitterness. One day, Mama Ezinne made a fateful decision. She traveled to a neighboring village, deep in the forest, to visit a feared ritualist known for his dark arts. The journey was long, but Mama Ezinne's resolve was unshakable. She arrived at the ritualist's shrine, a place shrouded in darkness and mystery, where the air was thick with the scent of burning herbs and the ominous presence of spirits. The ritualist, a man draped in animal skins and adorned with bones and feathers, listened to Mama Ezinne's request. She wanted to place a curse on Chinwe, a curse that would ensure her suffering and drive her away from Nkem forever. The ritualist agreed, but he warned Mama Ezinne that such a curse would have consequences, not just for Chinwe, but for her as well. Blinded by her anger, Mama Ezinne ignored the warning and proceeded with the dark ritual. When Mama Ezinne returned to the village, a shadow had begun to follow Chinwe, an unseen curse that drained her energy and dimmed her once bright spirit. Chinwe grew weaker by the day, her health deteriorating as if the very life was being sucked out of her. She could feel the darkness around her, but she could not see it, nor could she understand what was happening. Nkem, torn between his love for Chinwe and the pressure from his mother, began to distance himself from his wife. He was confused, and his heart ached as he watched Chinwe wither away, but he didn't know how to help her. The once strong bond between them started to fray, leaving Chinwe feeling isolated and alone. In her despair, Chinwe wandered one day to the outskirts of the village, where she stumbled upon the hut of Ozioma, an old wise woman known for her deep knowledge of the spiritual world. Ozioma had lived in solitude for many years, and her wisdom was sought by those who needed guidance in matters beyond the physical realm. Seeing Chinwe's distress, Ozioma invited her in and listened to her story. As Chinwe spoke, Ozioma noticed the signs of a powerful curse, one that could only be placed by someone with great malice. She gently told Chinwe that her suffering was not a result of anything she had done but was the work of another's wickedness. Chinwe was stunned by this revelation, but Ozioma assured her that the curse could be broken. However, it would not be easy. Chinwe would need to confront the source of the curse and offer something that would cleanse the darkness, her forgiveness. Ozioma guided Chinwe through a series of spiritual cleansings and rituals to strengthen her spirit. With newfound determination, Chinwe returned to the village, ready to face Mama Ezinne. She knew that only by confronting her could she hope to break free from the curse. The day of the confrontation arrived, and the village gathered in the square, curious about the events that were unfolding. Chinwe stood in the center, her voice strong but filled with emotion, as she called out Mama Ezinne. The elderly woman, once so confident and stern, now appeared frail as she stepped forward, her face a mask of guilt and fear. Mama Ezinne, Chinwe began, I know the darkness that has been placed upon me, and I know it is your doing. But I stand here not to condemn you, but to free us both from this burden. I forgive you, from the depth of my heart. May this curse be lifted, and may we both find peace. The villagers watched in silence as the words hung in the air. Mama Ezinne trembled, tears streaming down her face. She had never expected Chinwe to respond with such grace, and the weight of her actions crashed down upon her. Overcome with remorse, Mama Ezinne fell to her knees, begging for forgiveness. In that moment, the dark cloud that had haunted Chinwe began to lift. The curse was broken, not through vengeance, but through the power of forgiveness and love. The villagers, witnessing this profound act, were moved to their core, realizing the true meaning of redemption. Nkem, who had watched the entire scene, rushed to Chinwe's side, embracing her with all the love and gratitude he could muster. Together, they returned to their home, their bond stronger than ever, and the village, once divided by whispers and envy, was united by the lessons learned that day. From that moment on, Chinwe was no longer just a wife without children, she became a beacon of strength and forgiveness, revered by the villagers for her courage and her unwavering spirit. Mama Ezinne, now humbled and repentant, spent her remaining years in service to others, seeking to atone for her past actions. The story of Chinwe and Mama Ezinne became a tale passed down through generations, a reminder that the power to break even the darkest curse lies not in revenge, but in the light of forgiveness and the courage to confront our deepest fears.